Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, so we are in a Bitcoin trade here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my profit target up at right about 100K. And I'm going to put my stop way below. So why are we doing this? Let me pull up some news. Trump's got some news on Bitcoin. He's kind of had an eye-opening to Bitcoin. He says it's not going away. President Donald Trump says the U.S. must embrace Bitcoin and crypto to compete on the world stage. China is into it. It's not going away. China is very much into it. If we don't do it, China is going to pick it up. I don't want to be responsible for allowing another country to take over this sphere. So if Trump becomes president, he's starting to sound a bit bullish on Bitcoin. And the largest Bitcoin conference in the world is happening right now. It's going Thursday through Saturday, and look who's a keynote speaker on Saturday, Donald Trump. Now, is he going to get on there and be bearish on Bitcoin? No, they don't have. He's not going there to be bearish on Bitcoin. He's going there to talk about what his plans would be if he becomes president again. He's going to go on there, and he has some bullish plan, and he's going to talk about what he's learned about Bitcoin and what he's going to do, what he's going to set up, what new policies he's going to have. He's already said he wants the United States to be the biggest in mining, and he does not want China to own that sphere. Trump has also accepted $2 million in campaign donations in Bitcoin. And I read somewhere that he was the first major politician to accept Bitcoin donations. So that's kind of some, I think that's kind of newsworthy that Trump's looking at it. And if he becomes president again, then, he's going to be, he appears to be bullish on it. And especially with him talking on Saturday, it's going to be interesting to see what his announcements are. So I'm taking this trade. It's not based on the 5-minute chart that we have. It's based on a longer term chart. So I'm going to pull up the weekly. Let's see what we've got. So on the weekly chart, immediately you can see we've been in this bull trend for about a year now or more. And what have we had? We've had 2 legs down, leg here, and a second leg. So the bears have tried to go down twice, and they failed. And now looks like we are heading up. There was this low here. They failed to go below that, and then it was strongly bullish after this failure to go below that low. There's also a wedge pattern. These 3 pushes here: first push, second push, and third push. So the market's been in a trend. Now we've had a wedge pattern, which is a sign that the market's going to make an attempt to continue. And you look at this as a bull flag, right? Just kind of the classic bull flag. There's a bull trend. There's a bull flag, which is just a pullback, and then a continuation of the trend. So we're looking for the trend to try to continue at this point. If we have a measured move from this low to this high up here, puts us right at 100K up here. That's on the weekly chart. Looking down into the daily chart. So we can see the same thing, right? We've had 2 legs down, first leg, second leg, and look at all the attempts the bears have made to go lower. They were strong here and got bought. Strong here, got bought. They were strong here, got bought. Strong through here, and now it's getting bought. We had this low. The market failed to go below it. And now we've had this gap, and the bulls have been quite strong since then. You can see, you can draw a channel in here looking like this. You have this channel, and this channel comes down here to a very important area. This is an area where there's a lot of support and resistance. So we have the support is the 200 moving average. We have this prior low. The resistance is this channel line moving down, and also the moving average above. So I made a review video in July, or of what might happen in July, and I was talking about how this was an important juncture. So do the bears get below here, and are they able to stay below it and head down, or do they fail to go lower, and then the bulls take control? And we got the latter, and the bears failed, and the bulls took control. All right, came down to the moving average. It actually had support. It played around this trend line a bit here, and then the bulls and bears were convinced that the bears were trapped and they were failing to go lower, and the bulls bought. And now we're up here. Looking at a measured move of this range, looking at where that puts us right up at 100K. So this trade I'm in now, so do I think Bitcoin could be 100K by the end of the year? I do. I think that's possible. And long term, I am bullish on Bitcoin. So I'm taking this trade. I'm going to hold it for several months. And, if it's able to get up to 100K by the end of the year, then I'll go ahead and get out of that. If it's not, I'm perfectly comfortable just holding on to this position and rolling it forward. And, if needed, I could, I don't plan on scaling in lower, but, if Bitcoin drops some, 10,000, 20,000, like I said, long term, I am bullish on it. So I'd probably be comfortable at those prices buying more. So this is just a trade we'll be holding for a while and see how it works out. This is the micro Bitcoin future. It's 1/10 of the Bitcoin price. So if Bitcoin moves $10,000, the value of this contract moves 1,000. So let's say it goes up from 70K here to the 100K. Bitcoin would rise 30,000, and then the price of this of one contract would go up 3,000, right? And the same thing with the drop. So if Bitcoin drops 20,000, that would be 2,000 against me. So I'm not concerned about having to hold through that, especially if I'm bullish long term on Bitcoin. So I think it's possible we could get up to 100K by the end of the year. I want to go ahead and get in. The short term, if it goes up to there by the end of the year, that's great. We'll take that profit. And long term, if it doesn't get up there by the end of the year, I'd be comfortable just rolling the contracts forward and holding on to that. I do own Bitcoin, and I like the real Bitcoin and other accounts. But I think this is a good trade to hold, right, in a different format. Get a little bit more leverage on the Bitcoin. I think this is a great way to take advantage of the price movement in Bitcoin without actually having to own the underlying asset. And I know people are going to say, oh, well, the whole purpose of owning Bitcoin is to actually own the Bitcoin for the reasons that people want to own Bitcoin. But I think trading the futures, you can take advantage of the price movement and right, size it as you'd like. And there's also tax advantages with trading futures over holding the actual asset.